up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode. I'm your host, B. And today we got Corey Holcomb talking about that situation that happened with D.L. Hughley and the Cussing pastor, who I personally find hilarious. Let's listen to what he got to say. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Oh, okay, let's go. Oh my God, I've just been on a laughing frenzy since I saw this earlier, but oh my gosh. If you haven't heard of Thaddeus Matthews.
Fuck is that?
Yeah, I don't
Exactly.
know what the fuck that is.
No offense, but he's not a solid OJ when it comes to the word of God. Well, if you want to hear me preach, bring your ass Sunday morning. This is not the church here tonight. I'm going to give you room this time, but if you come back and say anything stupid, your ass is gone. But how you know I ain't solid with the word of God? I ain't got no problem with God. It's you traditional-minded, handkerchief-head-ass Negroes that follow these poo-put-ass Negroes with these titles that want to give you that Sunday morning bullshit. I ain't going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you just the way it is. In fact, come Sunday morning at the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries, I'm going to talk about Samson and Delilah.
He's known as the Cussing pastor of the Naked Truth Liberation Ministry in Memphis, Tennessee.
Funny as a motherfucker, yeah.
And he's gone viral before, but this time it's because he and D.L. Hughley got into one hell of a, if you see it, cursing phone call. You got to see it. It's online. It started because DL's folks at the station put it up, a picture of the guy, and asked his watchers on DL's show. So it's not DL, but it's on his social media. What do you think about this, right? He said, this is what this saying said. It said, a video has gone viral of a pastor using profanity in his church to get his point across. So do you think that this is an appropriate way to connect with his congregation, or is it out of pocket? That's what D.L. Hughes' thing said for the radio station. It even had the call-in number underneath that with the picture of the guy.
I didn't make a post. My social media people did. I could give it. I could care.
Your social media folk up. Okay, they up, man. They up.
Fuck to me like that. Who are you to call me like that?
When he heard about it, that pastor somehow got a hold of DL. They got on the line, and so that's playing. So you see the pastor, and he's playing and they just start to curse, and they cursing each other out.
Both of them?
Yep. It's quite funny. But DL actually said, like, look, I just put it up there as to spark discussion. Like, I'm not judging you. I put it up there and asked my people. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they got into it. If you watch it, it is the funniest thing. But anyway, he's calling DL out, saying that that's not what I do. But his take on cussing is hilarious, because he says that he doesn't believe. He said there's a difference between cursing and cussing.
Right. Well, God don't even speak English. He speak Hebrew. So if the God they talking about, you know what I mean?
Seen him,
You know what I
right?
mean?
You fucking him up,
That
Craig.
nigga need a translator.
Why you fucking him up?
There he goes.
That
That's
God sound like
there he goes.
Tell him again, Craig.
So God don't even speak English. He speak Hebrew. That nigga don't know what the fuck. When you pray, he be like, "What the fuck are they talking about?"
I heard God voices like this.
But DL ain't done with him, because he said, because the pastor tried dissing him as being a comedian. He tried to diss DL as being a comedian, because the pastor said that he always respected Hughley for his commentary more than his skills as a comedian.
Oh, that's hilarious. Niggas always throw that shot
They
at
got
DL.
into it, yeah.
DL funny than a
Hey
motherfucker.
man, look, man, when I went to Iceland, man, and it changed my mind about a lot of things, because first of all, ain't no such thing as a bad word in Iceland. Like the dude he was Corey, last night you were fucking incredible. And I was like, damn, you can say that on the radio? They was, that's right, you from the States.
Yeah, like,
they laugh at us.
Yeah.
You would say, a bitch pussy smell like ass. That's bad out here in the States. Out there, they'll be like, oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Her pussy smells like ass.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Dude, all these words you were taught out here, they made to control you.
Can I say
It's
one
a form
thing?
of control. Give it to 'em.
Allegedly, to all the shit I said earlier with Cassie and Kim, allegedly.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Put that out there.
Put it out there,
Allegedly.
it's alleged. Yeah, that's why Jesus gonna come to your bedroom at night and be like,
Oh, no,
Bring your hurt from the cross.
Your dumb ass, I want a Honda Civic, Lord. I want a new bitch. She like, what the
Fuck, y'all don't know what the fuck. What you think Jesus about to come in? What up, nigga?
Yeah.
We about to hold it down. He don't know nothing about it.
Anyway, but if you
Jesus gonna come to this motherfucker. Get the hot dog cardinal.
But if you look this story up, I
the
swear
fuck
you're
up, nigga.
gonna be laughing. You're gonna be laughing because I like what DL told him though, and you hear all this. They're actually cursing at each other on this phone call,
I
right?
gotta
The guy's
hear.
talking. You know what DL told him? He said, "Hey man, let's be clear. I don't have a judgment on whether you curse or not. I couldn't care less about that. I think most pastors are full of shit." That's what he told him.
They are.
He said, "I don't care if you curse or not. I asked a question to an audience. I don't have judgment. I'm not a Bible thumper. I could care less."
Well, that's a good point he made. Like he's saying, I don't care what
don't
you
care.
do. I think you full of shit whether you cuss or not.
I love how he got that. He's got that
real
right.
shit.
in
You a
there.
fucking pastor in Memphis. You buy fried chicken at gas stations.
And you know what
Straight
the
Shut
pastor,
the fuck
yeah.
up.
you know what the pastor replied on that? He said, "Well, your social media people are full of shit. They fuck shit up." He said, and when I say they were cursing, every other word on this video online is both of them going at each other, and it's so good.
That's
But it
dope.
sounds
Yes.
like what you said, DL said, is something that makes sense.
It did. He's
And the
like-
pastor was sensitive.
Yep, there you
Hey,
go.
pastor,
That's
brother,
it.
get your paper from the peons and stop tripping off that sucker shit, man. Get your paper from the peons.
Yeah,
That's the
don't-
theme of pastors.
and don't-
Paper from peons.
And don't judge the pastors because he
How would Jesus say, get your paper from the peon? The rock on my grave.
and don't get on the pastor because he hosted that twerking contest at his church in 2019.
I don't even show me no coach. Come on.
The pastor had a twerking contest.
Oh, he judged it at his church in 2019. That's when he first went viral. Anyway.
Yeah, that's some Memphis shit. I ain't mad
Yeah,
at him.
he's
It's
try-
look, man, America hood
trying
as
to
fuck,
build it.
man.
He's
It's
trying to
Memphis,
build his
right.
congregation, yeah.
Get your hustle on, pastor.
That's what he's doing. This
Pimp the
damn
peon.
person, I couldn't believe it, man.
You know,
Pretty
yeah.
good, Corey.
Some goof ass out
That
here.
nigga probably got bad hygiene too. Jesus.
Look at him.
Yeah, that nigga probably musty.
The
Cause
pastor?
yeah, it wasn't no hygiene products in
He
in
preaching open toe
Israel back
sandals. You can
then.
tell.
Yeah, them niggas was on ginger root and dirt. That was hygiene.
He got all couches in his church. Ain't no seats.
Okay, so next thing. Let me see. Oh, it's
I'm gonna call Corey and cuss this motherfucker's ass out.
already-
God probably had a ringworm. It was a time where he was dirty. So Jesus probably had a ringworm. All the dirt them niggas was
And them
in all the
sandals
time.
on.
Yeah,
God
that nigga had a
dang it.
ringworm on the bottom of his foot.
I know was glad when the sun go down. They could feel that air up their ass in them dresses. Feel a lot better when the sun goes down.
Yeah, they weren't wearing underwear back in them days.
Hell no.
They was free balling.
Yeah, motherfuckers.
Be careful.
All right, America is hood as F, like Corey said. And if you haven't heard of the Cussing pastor, I can't even pronounce his real name, but he is kind of funny. But I feel like, you know, it's the difference between a curse and cuss. Obviously, it's the difference between white Jesus and black Jesus. God does speak Hebrew or Aramaic, not English. We all know the Bible was translated. So it's a whole lot in this video. But I'm going to say this. As somebody who did a 20-year bid in the Christian church and who has no more affiliation with Christianity, I agree. Most of these pastors just been pimping these people out of money because being a pastor is basically your occupation.
How you doing?
once a month they take up a offering for the first family, blah blah blah, and the pastor and the church they reserve the rights to do whatever they want to do with that money that you contribute. It usually say it right there on the envelope, so you can't really tell me. I did 20 years, okay, from about 9 years old to about 29, so I know how the Christian church roll. And for all of you pastors or Christians who may come and say, well, that's not all of them, it is the majority. And a lot of your pastors do cuss. The difference is they don't do it in front of y'all because they want to perp like they a holy roller and they more righteous. As opposed to this pastor, he airing out all his dirty laundry. I mean, a twerk contest.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
In the church, and he judged it. I ain't down with that, but I'm also not foolish enough to step foot in the church and think that I'm better than someone or I'm doing something to get closer to God just because I step foot in a church. Pastors lie. Pastors steal money. They just don't want you to know it. And so I can respect a pastor who more straightforward, straight up, look, I cuss, versus one who gonna perp like he don't, but do it behind closed doors. But some of y'all ain't even ready for that conversation. But I find the cussing pastor be funny. Shout out to my sister-in-law, because she put me up on him a few years ago. I will even watch some of his YouTube videos. He is very interesting. He just one of those people who just ain't got no cut card. He don't sugarcoat. He say what he gonna say. He talk about women, sexual stuff that most pastors, most topics that the Christian church don't want to speak about because they feel like it's too worldly or whatever. But he touch on it, and he's more relatable to a lot of people. Because again, most of y'all pastors live and file anyway behind closed doors. They just don't show you the real them. And furthermore, y'all in man worship. Y'all committing idolatry by worshiping men instead of worshiping God like you supposed to. Furthermore, the Bible already say that God don't dwell in temples built by man's hand, and when 2 or 3 are gathered, he's there in the midst, and your body is the temple. So what do you need to go to a building for? And if you really know anything about the Bible, the temple was rented to a long time ago. But I ain't gonna drop too much on y'all on this one. Just check out the Cuss the Pastor. He is interested. And shout out to DL Hughley, because he ain't no punk either. They had they back and forth. It was all good in my eyes. A little entertainment, a little laughter. But I want to appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I will catch y'all in the next video. Until the next time, peace out.